What's going on, guys? SeanEDawgz here, and I have to take time right out of the beginning of this video before I say anything else to just say thank you. Thank you to each and every single one of you guys, all my subscribers. I cannot believe it. The support that you have been showing and what has happened in this past week, it was more than I could have ever imagined. We went into Black Ops 4 with 43,000 subscribers, and now we're at over 57,000 from the time that I'm making this video. And for all you new subscribers that were just introduced to my channel for the first time after I was able to get this dark matter camo before anyone else, thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance. I hope you guys stick around. Definitely leave a comment down below if you guys are new. I want to see some new faces around here. I'll try to heart as many comments as possible from all you new guys. And for all you OGs, the guys who have been here since the beginning, you already know I appreciate you. I was bringing back some nostalgia, some good vibes with the old intro that I had from Infinite Warfare, these first few BO4 videos. The juice is flowing. We're moving onwards and upwards. Right now the goal is 100k subscribers, but we're not stopping there. We're taking it to the next level. You guys don't believe me? Well, today, along with this video, I'm going to be live streaming. The live streams are coming back. I will be streaming daily as well as making videos daily because you guys deserve it. If I want to take my channel to the next level, I got to put some next level hard work and effort in, and this is definitely a game that I can get behind. I am really liking it so far, putting in a whole lot of hours. Thank goodness it's not another Call of Duty World War II all over again. No offense if you'll enjoy that game. Nothing wrong with it, just not my cup of tea, but I digress. The streams are back starting today, the same day that I'm uploading this video. And you know, some of you guys may be thinking, I think I saw that intro clip before. Those are all the homies that follow me on Twitter, along with posting some banging clips. I do also keep you up to date, so anytime I'm about to stream or anything, I'll go and post on Twitter. So definitely make sure you're following me there. The links to all my social media can be found in the description of this video, along with all my other videos. Well, let's get straight into this one. How does one man get dark matter within 72 hours? Not even in-game time, but real time. So a span of 3 days. You can get dark matter too. I'm going to explain the strategies that I followed to get this as quickly, easily, and most importantly, as painlessly as possible. Trying to make it more efficient for you guys because even I made some mistakes along the way. I could have shaved off a couple of hours off my own time. So here we go. The first thing that you need to know before I get into any specifics regarding headshots at all, even though that's what the majority of this camo is, part of the strategy that I'm going to focus on in this video is things that will hold you back. If you don't start doing them at the beginning of your dark matter grind, they're going to be the things that you have to do at the end. Even when you're done with all of the headshots, you're going to be stuck on certain things because they're a little bit more time consuming and you can't really force them. So the first thing on that list is the launcher. At the beginning, whatever gun you're running going for headshots, you want to make sure your secondary is not a pistol, not a knife, but the launcher. The reason for this, you have to destroy 100 score streaks, and there's really no way to force that. You're just going to be playing and you're going to hear, oh, UAV in the air, go ahead and destroy. And you might still be thinking to yourself, oh, it's only 100 score streaks, I can get that out of the way pretty quickly. However, even after you destroy those 100 score streaks, you unlock the next set of challenges, which, yeah, most of them are easy, but one of them is destroy 25 barricades / spawn beacons / razor wires, and there's another one to destroy 5 sentries or mantises. And these are challenges that are, again, time consuming because you can't force the enemy team to get a sentry or a mantis or even run any of those score streaks. Worst case scenario, you'd have to run care package and throw it in the enemy team's spawn and let them get it and hope it's a sentry or a mantis. But the main reason I went through the trouble of explaining all this is because I'm not going to do it for the other things that are some big time savers. I'm just going to hope that you take my word for it, considering I was the first person in the world to unlock this camo, and there were other people racing for it at the same time. Some people even on PC, where it's a lot easier to get headshots because you basically have an aimbot. It's much easier to aim with a mouse than a controller. Yeah, there are still people that suck on PC, but the large majority of people find aiming to be pretty simple when you're on a mouse. Now, getting into the headshots, the optimal game mode 99% of the time is hardcore domination. This is something that I'm not going to explain. It's just faster than everything else. I was able to get an average of 25 headshots per game, but it was not uncommon to get upwards of 30, 35, and even 41 headshots actually that I got in one game, just following my optimal strat of sprint down the same lane every life as fast as possible and get behind people for easy headshots. You want to choose the low traffic lane wherever you're seeing 1 to 0 people in that lane. You can immediately just run through, turn around, kill everyone in the back of the head. That's what you want to do. That's how you get headshots quickly. Is it fun? Absolutely not. This grind, my KD was a 1.65, I believe, at the end when I finally got the dark matter, and I am normally in this game over a 4 KD player. So it does take some time. It's not really all that fun, but the point is to get a camo. The reason I'm not showing any gameplay from that grind is because it is in fact a grind. Also, at the end of my journey, my 3-day journey, my highest kill streak was only a 12. So there was no stellar gameplay. It was, you may headshot 1, 2, maybe even 3 people per life. Yeah, there's the exceptions where you actually do go on some crazy kill streak and you're getting a lot of headshots. But for the most part, you're going to be getting maybe 2 headshots and then you're going to die. So you got to get used to that quickly and get in the mindset that you're not playing Call of Duty anymore. You're playing Headshot Hunter 3000. Even on submachine guns, where normally if you watch like pro players, they're never going to use a sight on a submachine gun. You always use the iron sight because you're only using it at close range. Well, you want to make damn sure you put an ELO or a red dot on that so that you can easily aim at someone's head. It's hardcore. It's only going to take 1 or 2 bullets. The best piece of advice that I can give you, speaking from personal experience, is that the amount of time and your headshots per game, that is not going to be consistent by any means, and it is going to be heavily dependent on how good the players on the enemy team are. If you're against a 5-man stacked squad where they're all in prestiges that you don't even know what symbol that is, they're crazy high, they've been playing the game for days on end, you want to leave that lobby. There's no shame in it. All it's going to do is be wasting your time. Don't let your pride get in the way. Oh, these kids aren't better than me. You gotta remember, you're not playing Call of Duty, you are playing Headshot Hunter. Are you gonna be able to effectively headshot people on a consistent basis that are actually good at the game? Probably not. So you want to get out of that lobby as soon as possible so you can find a new one with some scrubs and easily headshot them. Now, I forgot to mention this earlier, but this is mainly going to be a strategy guide, not a this is how you get headshots. Unfortunately, there is no easy way. There's no easy way out of this. There's no crazy glitches. You just have to have pretty good accuracy and aim at the head. All I can really help you guys out with is the strategy part of it. Moving on, the only time I switched out of hardcore domination was to go into core domination for the combat knife kills and kills for most of the snipers, because those are a one-hit kill regardless. I say most of the snipers because some of them suck and they do take multiple shots. Those ones obviously you want to do in hardcore, but the main reason you want to do the other ones in core is just to give yourself more health to tank while you're still trying to get those one-hit kills. It's pretty self-explanatory. So for going for headshots, you want to do the 100 headshots with all of the assault rifles and all of the DMRs before moving on to headshots with any of the other weapon classes. The reason for this, it's very important, they make you get 10 long shots, and it is much more efficient to just, after you get the 100 headshots with all your ARs and DMRs, move on to other guns and just wait for the bigger maps to show up in the rotation and do your long shots on those. Literally the only maps that I went for long shots on were Icebreaker on the super long lane that part of it dips down into the middle and you can swim into the water in the ship, and also has those 3 fuel tankers. I mean, there's only 3 lanes on the map: mid-ship where B flag is, and the other lane. You go in the other lane, you sit all the way in the back, and you wait for people to come. You can get easy long shots there. And then in jungle, when you're sitting all the way in the top of the map, the top rock, you can aim pretty far back into their spawn. Once you attract 1 or 2 people and they're there, you kill them, they'll keep coming back for more. Easy long shots. Boom. Got those out of the way pretty quick. Didn't really spend too much time on them. I was getting over 20 long shots a game when I was doing this because they just kept coming back and back. Now, the reason I picked these 2 maps is because you don't have to force those long shots at all. Those are main lanes of the map that the people have to come down, so you're going to get a lot of action. I also did the long shots for the snipers on these same 2 lanes Never had to do them on other maps. On other maps, I went for different challenges with different weapons, so I was never wasting time when I could have been doing something more efficient for the map that I was on. Another thing I forgot to mention earlier, I will go into much greater detail when it comes to the specific weapon classes in terms of attachments, nuances to the strategies that you want to follow with each of these different weapon classes in separate videos. I'll have separate ones for each of the classes, and that's where you will get that information. This one is the general strategy. Although this is pretty helpful if you're very knowledgeable when it comes to Call of Duty, you probably won't need the other videos that are going to be more specific, because maybe you only need that overall strategy that will cut down on some of the time. So the next thing, once you get that launcher out of the way, make sure you always have a secondary weapon equipped on your class. Mainly the pistols, the more difficult ones were the Strife and the RK7, because those don't really have much range on them or any really good sights that will allow you to get headshots from far away. A lot of them have to be from pretty close up. So what I was doing, instead of wasting that point on another weapon, let's say I was going for headshots with one of the submachine guns, I would only let 9 points go on the class. The 10th point, I would use one of those two pistols with no attachments on it at all. I would just play going for headshots normally with that submachine gun. And then if I happened to come up right behind someone and it was an easy headshot, I would pull out my pistol and get the headshot with that. Trust me, it's a lot easier to do that, and if you're pretty good at flanking, you'll have all of the headshots done with those pistols while you're going for the other guns and never actually have to use them on their own. You're just pretty much pulling them out for point blank easy headshots. Another set of weapons that you want to follow a similar strategy for are the shotguns. Now, one of them, the Mag 12, which is the pump shotgun, that one's not hard at all because you only need one-shot kills. But still, I only used it on Summit and Firing Range because those are small maps, and it never really put me in a bad situation when I had to use that weapon. I was getting kills pretty easily because some of the longer ranges on that map still are in range of that shotgun for a one-shot kill in hardcore. That's what makes it easy. However, the other shotgun, the SG-12, the one that's semi-auto, that fires pretty fast, that one requires headshots for whatever reason. I don't know why they did that, but it's awful. That is the one that I actually got 41 headshots in a game. I'll show that gameplay in the shotgun specific video, but I only ever used that shotgun on Firing Range. When it came up, I was spawn trapping on A flag. I was running solo, so it wasn't like a true spawn trap, but I was getting behind a lot of people very, very quickly and getting a crazy amount of headshots. And it made going for the headshots with that weapon a breeze when it should have been something that was a lot more difficult. Now, looking back on my experience, it would probably be easier and quicker if you're playing with maybe one or two people that know what you're trying to do. Maybe they're not pushing the spawns too hard, but they are giving your team more map control, getting some UAVs for you so you can come up behind people for easy kills. But if they're too good, if they're getting too many kills, at that point they're just taking headshots away from you. So it's a delicate balance. Now, the other terrible, terrible weapon is the SDM sniper. The reason? You need headshots with it, even though all the other snipers are one-shot kills. And this sniper, it is not a one-shot headshot kill, even in core. So for that one, I had to get the headshots in hardcore dom, only using it on this icebreaker and jungle because those have pretty long sight lines, but it was still very, very painful. I was getting maybe like 10 headshots a game with that weapon because it's very difficult to snipe someone in the head while they only have to hit you with one bullet of pretty much any other weapon in the game that's going to aim faster, going to get that first bullet out quicker. So that one's going to be painful regardless. It's going to bring down your KD. There's no easy way around it. You just gotta only use it on the long maps, hope for the best. Essentially, you're just running into a brick wall. So when you're playing this hardcore domination, you're basically just getting your headshots with your ARs and your DMRs first, and your subs, LMGs, whatever order you want to do that in. It's just simple headshots. Now, we come back to running into a brick wall after you're done with all of that, when you have to do the snipers and the knife. So for all the snipers besides the SDM and the knife, I played core dom. I literally challenged everything, even if it meant having to quick scope people that are strafing around using stock on submachine guns. That's the fastest way that you're going to get one-shot kills with the sniper. You just want to force as many engagements as possible. Now, this is only a good strategy if you're pretty good at the game. You can get those quick scopes pretty consistently. If you are god-awful and you still want dark matter, well, you're probably better off camping in the back of a long map and just sniping people down those long sight lines. But it's not as efficient as just running around quickscoping people. Now, you will think the outlaw sniper is terrible and can't get one-shot kills in core. However, that's one of the snipers that have the high caliber attachment, which will give you a one-shot kill to the chest and above. It makes it a lot better. The knife, there's nothing that makes that better. It is painful no matter what. I was switching between core dom and core control while using all the speed and stealth perks, but both modes were equally as painful. You're bringing a knife to a gunfight. There's really no easy way to get the kills that you need with the knife. It's 200 kills, by the way. Then the challenges after that are pretty much the same as they have been in previous CODs, just bloodthirsties, backstabbers, kill people with their own weapon after knifing them, picking up their weapon. Like, fairly basic stuff. The only hard thing about the knife is the 5 bloodthirsties. I would definitely recommend getting in a party with friends, having them run a bunch of lethal streaks, UAVs, you get in their spawn, hopefully come up behind people. Again, it's going to be painful no matter what. You're using a knife. And that is pretty much it. The only things I did not cover are the challenges for the weapons after those 100 headshots, which most of them are just get 50 kills with no attachments, get 50 kills with 5 attachments, get your bloodthirsties, get your double kills. And again, it's much better to do all these in hardcore dom, as you get a lot more kills more quickly, since hardcore plays at a faster pace because everyone has less health. If you're pretty good at hardcore, like I actually played it quite a bit in BO3 before I started camo hunting the last couple of years, so when I play, I go for the 50 kills with no attachments and 50 kills with 5 attachments first, and usually, unless the weapon is really bad, by the time I have those 100 kills in total, I'll have all of the other challenges done. If not, yeah, you might have to camp a little for the bloodthirsties or push out a little more if you're missing the double kills, but they're fairly straightforward. And if you do actually need a little bit more help, maybe a little bit more info, some class setups to go for those, that makes it easier. I will go into greater detail in the class specific videos that I will make following this one. So good luck. Chances are, if you had the dedication to sit through this 18-minute video going into detail, then you definitely have what it takes to go on the grind for dark matter. You just gotta multiply the length of this video times a couple hundred, and there you go. You put in the amount of time, you get the cool looking camo. Game, set, and match. Now, if you don't want to go scrubbing through this whole video again to see the important strategy points that I made, now that you know the general strategy and the game mode that you should be playing, you want to go for the AR and DMR headshots first. Make sure that you have a launcher on your class at the beginning so you can get those 100 launcher destroys. Then you only have to pull it out to get the 25 barricades, 5 sentries. Then you can have a pistol on your class to get those headshots easy while you're going for the now submachine guns and LMG headshots in whatever order you feel like. Those, it doesn't really matter. You can use those on pretty much every map. So you'll have pretty much everything done at that point, just playing hardcore dom. And you'll be left with the snipers and the knife. Very painful. Core dom and core control, whatever you prefer, whatever you think you get more kills in. Knife and snipers, your kitty's gonna be pretty bad, not gonna lie. And again, pull out your shotguns for smaller maps, get your long shots on the bigger maps. Bada bing, bada boom. It's pretty easy. This video took a long time to make. I'm probably going a little crazy right now. I said the video was 18 minutes. We're now approaching 19 minutes, so I gotta end it right here. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have, and as always, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new for some more great Call of Duty videos. Comment poopty scoop if you made it to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.